Hey, it's Jonathan. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this video finds you in good fortune. It's been a while since I made a video. I wanted to update you. I've just been really busy, a lot of stuff going on. Also, just took a little break, but I did want to take a look at the market. I'm going to give you some ways you can make some free XLM, some free cryptocurrency. I want to talk about some of the stuff that Coinbase is doing, some stuff that the Fed's doing. Look at the events coming up next month or next week on the Fed calendar. Going to have a big week, and talk about how the Fed is quite possibly dealing with the economic situation that we find ourselves in, and what I think is actually wrong with it. So here we go. So CoinDesk released this article. This is something about, you're going to have we're going to have one of two systems. It's going to be a system of centralized control, or we're going to end up with a decentralized system. Even though I want a decentralized system, we're going to have to see how that plays out. But investing wise, it might be wise to invest. Hedge your bet on the centralized system and the decentralized system, just to see until we see how it plays out. That's why I'm interested in Coinbase. Coinbase had a little sharp decline in their in their stock just recently, and a bounce back. But I'm still bullish on Coinbase. And here's some of the things that they're doing. Um, I tell you the truth, I think it's like a smoke and mirrors trick, to be honest with you, with Coinbase. I still think they're going to be part of the centralized system. But this is, this is something that I'd like to see come to Cardano. Maybe somebody build this out on Cardano. But Coinbase is building an app to track the decisions of the policymakers here in the U.S. To see how friendly they are concerning cryptocurrency, how they've been voting on bills and different things that they've said concerning cryptocurrencies. So Coinbase wants to let the U.S. users track how crypto-friendly their local politicians are through their trading app. Now, I was on Coinbase and I was looking for this feature. I have not seen it yet. This article was just released a couple days ago. So in August, Coinbase launched a policy education initiative that included a voter registration tool. The initiative will now be incorporated into the company's crypto trading app. The company CEO Brian Armstrong said in a series of tweets on Wednesday. So I was unable to find this feature as of yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes open. Even if you're not a big fan of Coinbase or you don't use Coinbase, this would be a very useful tool to have when you vote, so that you'll know how the people you're voting for are. They're how they're going to vote on cryptocurrency if you're pro cryptocurrency. Again, I'd like to see something like this appear on Cardano. So, or this could be just be. I mean, this is going to be a tool that you're going to be able to use across blockchains in general. But to stay on the Coinbase note here, I opened up a Coinbase account a little while ago. They're offering different percentage rewards for everything you purchase. So there's a XLM. There's an XLM reward for 4%. I've been using this card a little bit, not much, threw a couple $100 in here, but the rewards are good. I sold some of the XLM. If you want to get some money back, this is it operates like a debit card. Everything you spend on it is coming back in rewards, 4% rewards. You also can pick up some Bitcoin. There's Stellar Lumens. You can pick up some Bitcoin, some Polygon, Ethereum. And Joe, I just thought this might be something you might be interested in. And in this bear market, you can pick yourself up a little bit of extra crypto. Let's take a look at what the market's actually doing. So last time I talked about the market, we were right before a Fed meeting. And I really thought the market was going to be a little more foolish than it was, and buy. thinking that the Fed was not serious about what they were saying. So, but we've just seen a little bit of a drift down. We did have um, a bullish divergence, but that's on a daily chart. So we have a bullish divergence here. On an hourly chart, we have a hidden bearish divergence. Let's see. Let me pull this up. So you see we've had a hidden bearish divergence here, and it looks like it's going to fall off to me. We will have to wait and see. We have a bunch of Fed Chair Powell speaking twice next week, and so we're going to keep our eye on that. That's probably what the market is waiting for, although I don't believe that he is going to change his position. He might, though. If he does, nobody else is ever going to believe him again. So it's one of those things with as hawkish as he's been concerning it. So I'm still expecting this to fall over. I'm expecting him to come out and reiterate what he has already stated a number of times. I'm picking up a couple buys and a couple sells every once in a while. I'm basically buying right. We have a support on our relative strength, and I'm just buying along this bottom line on our relative strength, right around 22 on our relative strength, and we have a descending support, descending resistance on a relative strength. So right around where it's hitting this red resistance line is where I'm selling. We're going to see a breakout here sooner or later. At some point, I'm expecting it right now to probably drift down to 15 or 16 on Bitcoin, and then have a little bounce back up, but eventually make it down there to that 10,000 area, and again probably have a pretty decent rally at that point, although we will see how things are going. If we're looking for the money, if you don't know where the reverse repo market is, but back since May of 2021, the money has been leaving the market and going into the reverse repo, and this is very interesting. But that's where the money, and we're still going up. The money's being tucked away and hid in the reverse repo. We just made another all-time high. We've got another all-time high on our DXY. The dollar is just smoking everything else. Let's actually look at USD, Japanese yen, because the Japanese, what has happened is they sold a bunch of their U.S. treasuries. Their support is suffering. Their currency is suffering really bad. So we see this gigantic spinning top here. This was a attempt to price control their currency from failing any more than it has. And what they did was they sold a bunch of their treasuries. There's a dollar shortage, and everybody's trying to get dollars. Unfortunately, this is just going to make the price of the dollar go up even faster. So it's kind of counterintuitive, counterproductive on their part. Next week we have a Fed Chair Powell speaks on Tuesday, and then again at the end of the week or the middle of the week on Monday. We're keeping an eye on that. Basically, what I've been watching his speeches, and there's two different ways to fix the inflation problem. There's a supply side fix, and then there's just destroying the economy, which seems to be the path that Fed Chair Powell is wanting to go down. The supply side fix is to promote people, make it a welcoming environment to businesses that want to create new supply, to add to the supply chain, and lower taxes. So you want to promote growth in the economy and to lower taxes. The problem, what we're seeing, or as the Fed says, is that there's too many dollars chasing too few goods. So if you increase the supply, then that automatically fixes itself. You lower taxes. Instead, they've gone the route, well, since there's too many dollars chasing too few goods, then what they're going to do is they're going to put a bunch of people out of work. So what we're watching is exactly what the Chair Powell is talking about. He's saying that he wants to see the unemployment rate to go up, basically, and you know, in my interpretation of what he says, that the unemployment rate needs to rise and the price of goods will come down. So another thing that we could do, I mean, it seems to be um, it seems to be really obvious that if the price of oil, now the price of oil is not considered in on the inflation rate, but the thing is that the shipping costs are considered in when goods are bought and sold. So one of the things that we could do is open up the oil reserves, which this administration is not going to do. So it looks like we're probably going to be where we're at for a while. And we see that the US dollar is definitely the world reserve currency. And but there's your bet on either side. I want to see a decentralized system, but I know a lot of people are not fans of Coinbase, but they're giving 4% back if you want to pick up some of that. And this app is going to be really interesting to check out. So I'm going to keep my eye open for it and use it. Use it when I vote, definitely. All right, well, you all are beautiful. Look, make sure you check out our blockchain friends. Annora just had another successful show here locally, and sold out of her paintings. We're going to work on updating. We're really busy. We're going to work on updating her NFTs on her websites. We need to update the paintings that are sold because there's some on there that say coming soon, but they've already sold out. You can find her on Twitter and on Instagram. Make sure you check her out, Magic Square NFT, and you can get all their information on the website or find them on Twitter or something like that. So y'all are beautiful, and I will see you next time.